So, Assalamu alaikum everyone, and then today we will be doing the topic for inequalities. Now, we will start with the easier questions first, and if we have enough time, we will also do a little harder questions, but only depending on whether we have enough time or not. And so let's get started. Before we continue, this class will directly be doing DSE levels. I know some of you are still Form 5 and you haven't really learned much about the topic yet, but it's not a hard topic at all. Anyone can understand it within these 1.5 hours. So before that, I want to know whether anyone still remembers what is actually an inequality. Inequality is basically the opposite of equal. So equal sign is this one, right? So in equal, unequal will be this one. Any other signs for unequal? Of course, yes. We have this, this one, and this one. Now, what's the difference between all of these actually? Can someone tell what is this sign referring to? Okay, this one is equal, this one is unequal. How about these? They all have different meanings actually. So when you are facing to the right side, we call this is greater than. And when you're facing to the left side, we call it is less than. And then how about this one? It's facing to the right, this is facing to the left, but they are also having the equal sign. So if that is the case, we will call this is greater than or equal to. And similarly, the other one, less than or equal to. Equal to. Haila. Okay, ma. So you need to know all these symbols because later on you will have to translate. And the other notes, I won't be going through everything because I want to directly do DSC related because we have some Form 6 here and some Form 5 here. So the whole topic, actually, for DSC level, they only are testing you 2 English letters. Letter and letter, word, sorry, not letter, and word on. So you will only need to know the basic difference between these two. English lesson, basically. What does the word and mean and what does the word or mean? And means you need to satisfy everything that's asked in the question, the equations, all of them. As for the or, even if you just satisfy one of the condition, it's already correct. Just one condition and it's already fine. As for the and, you have to be all of it. So what does that even mean in maths? While doing questions, I will do further elaboration. And let me add a page because I want to see whether you guys remember some simple calculation. Oh, actually, we already have it on page 4. So you can look at page 4. Let's try to do some simple calculation first as a revision so that we can do harder question later on. Oh, I want to find the range of this x. Why am I not using the word find the value of x? Instead, I'm using find the range of x. The reason I'm using the word range, is because this doesn't mean it's just equal to, it's not equal to just one answer. Okay. So it's having more than one answer. My niece is here, guys. Mama! Wait, I'll be back, guys. Let's continue. So to do simple calculation, main thing is not just about calculation for this topic. It's about drawing and understanding the later on questions about and or. So for example, now I want to find the range of this x. So it's a +4 here. If you move it to the other, I want to disappear this +4. How do I disappear the 4? You can -4 from it. And if you move, or you can move it to the other side, the opposite sign, it will become 3 minus 4. And what does this word 3 minus 4 equals to? Of course, I would suggest you using 1 plus 1 for calculator as well, because this is DSC. You can't have anything wrong. So you will have -1. Now, how do I draw this on number line? Number line is very important. So number line, first of all, draw a line with the 2 arrows. The arrows means it's unlimited. And then in the middle, draw a 0. Okay, or you can draw a little to the side because this time we are having negative number as the answer. So you tell me whether negative is on the left side or the right side. This side is negative, this side is positive. So when we do the number line, this is +1, +2, +3. These are -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. Unlimited numbers, unlimited numbers. As for now, our answer is starting from -1. So your first step, draw a line on -1. Next thing, you need to understand this symbol. What does this mean? This means larger than or equals to. So now you tell me, your answer is here. I need to go to the larger side. Is these numbers going larger or are these numbers going larger? To the right. Good. To the right. So I will draw the line to the right side. And then next thing, I also need to know this equal sign thing. Equal sign is important because you will be drawing a circle here. And for that circle, if there's an equal sign, you will have to blacken it. And if there's no equal sign, you just leave it empty. And that's the end for this question. All right, so let me give you just 10 seconds to do B question. Just 10 seconds. So what do you do with the -10 first? For -10, you move to the other side. It becomes +10. So you have 9. And then draw the number line. 0. A +9, will it be to the right or to the left? This is right, this is left. So just writing 9 is fine. No need to write all these numbers actually. Just write 0 and the number that you need. And then draw the line draw the line on 9. And then look at the symbol again. It's going greater. So greater is on the right side and smaller, lesser is on the left side. So I'll be drawing to the right side. And then this time, do I blacken the circle? No, because there is no equal sign. So no need to blacken the circle at all. All right, cool. How? Continue. Times and division has something important as well. So you will also need to know. The expression here means 6x, here means 6 times x. I don't want the 6 here, so I will be dividing on the other side. And when you divide it, just do the fraction. And try to simplify as much as you can. And remain it in fraction form. Of course, if you can find the answer in decimals, it's also fine, but just write that in bracket is fine. But in the solution, write fraction. Because the answers are usually ugly, so don't write it. And again, drawing. The reason I need to have decimals because sometimes you can't just look at the fraction and understand what's the actual value for it. So if you write decimals, you know it's at least 1 point something. So it's positive, so on the right side. And then drawing. Oh, to the right or to the left. It's getting bigger, so to the right. And then do I blacken the circle? Yes, because there's an equal sign. Now, why was I saying that plus and minus times and division is a little harder? Because when there is a negative number doing times or division, we change the symbol sign. We change the signs. What does that mean? For example, in question B here. Now, I don't want this -3 here. It's being divided. So if I move this -3 to the other side, it will be multiplied, right? So when it's being multiplied or divided, we change the sign. Which sign do we change? We change the symbol in the middle, the equation sign. So it will become the 3 goings to the other side becomes times. And then that symbol, at first it was being the greater than. So the opposite, less than. So you just change the sign there. Don't change for the values. That doesn't change at all. Oh, so answers will be -24. And then draw the number line. It's a negative number, so you will be having it on the left side. And then draw the line to top. Next, decide from the arrow. It's getting less than. So less than is on the left side, not the right side. So left side. Oh, do I need to blacken the circle? No, because there's no equal sign there. All right, for basic calculation, I'll give you just, let's say, 5 minutes to finish until page 5. 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. I'll pause the video for 5 minutes and then you guys can do it. And then, of course, also when you click the link, there's also answers just next to it. So you can always check on your own as well. These are not yet exactly DSE questions, it's just revision. Even the Chinese version is in that link, so you can click it. Let's continue. So deal with the plus minus first. I don't want the plus 16 here, so goes to the other side. It becomes minus. I prefer you guys not skipping steps too much if you're not very familiar with it. Plus, writing extra steps doesn't harm, so why not? Okay, until this part, everything is fine, right? It's a plus 16 here, goes there, becomes minus, calculate that. And the 4x means 4 times x. I don't want the 4, so goes to the other side, division. And then click, 4 and 16 cancel out, so you just have 4. Actually, a question. Why am I not changing the sign here? Because I'm removing the 4, and that 4 is positive. It's not negative. If it's not negative, you don't have to change the sign. The thing that you're moving around, check with that. If that is negative and it's being times or division, then you will have to change the sign. But if that is positive, nothing changes. Oh, and of course, drawing. Oh, left side because it's lesser, and I have to blacken it because there's equal sign. Continue. So plus 9 first goes to the other side, becomes -9. So, oops, it's -14. You're already 5 steps down and you're going 9 more down. So you will be 14 steps down. How? This time, do I have to change the sign? Yes, because the negative, the coefficient of x here is a negative. So when it goes to the other side, it becomes division and 2. And the sign will change. But don't disappear the negative with that. Oh, and then click, you get 7. less, so to the left. Do I need to blacken? Nope, no need to blacken because there's no tanho, there's no equal sign. Continue. We will have to put all the unknowns, all the x's on the left side and the numbers on the right side for easier calculation. So this -8 is just a number, so you will have to move to the other side. And personally, I don't like skipping any steps, so I do it one by one. And then this 11x here, it's saying unknown, so I will have to move to the left side. It's positive here, so goes to the other side, minus. And then 3 minus 11, 2 people. So 3 minus 11, we get -8. And of course, don't disappear the x next to it. And students that just joined, please no cameras because it's being recorded, so don't share your face. Unless you want to be famous on YouTube, that's a different case. Now it's being multiplied here, -8 times x. I don't want the -8 now. I'll have to move it to the other side. And when I move it to the other side, this becomes division. Do I change the sign? Yes, because when it's being divided to the other side, you change the sign. And so your final answer, -1. Because if your step is wrong, there's no answer mark and nothing else. The whole question for this in DSE is 4 marks. Of course, not for this calculation. It's 4 marks in total. What are the 4 marks? This whole thing is just 1 mark. And then there will be one more thing, one more equation, also 1 mark. And then you do the drawings. After drawing, you will have one more answer. That will be 3 marks, right? That's part A. And then part B, just 1 mark as well. So in total, 4 marks. Yes, I know that you have to do a lot and it's just 4 marks in DSE, but it's an easy topic. You can't skip it. This is very hard for Form 5 students to understand that just every topic is just 4 to 5 marks. This is the reality. Okay, ma'am? Oh, same for 4B, all the unknowns on one side and all the numbers on the other side. So let's try to move more steps together. So it's +8, there goes to the other side, it becomes -8. It's a positive 4x here, so goes to the others, goes to this side, it will become minus. And then you can do simple calculation. 7 minus 4, 3x. -10 minus 8, -18. Now 3x here is being multiplied. If I move the 3 to the other side, do I have to change the sign? No, because this is thing, so it's positive. So going to the other side won't affect anything. Just keep it there. And then click, 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 click. You get your answer and then do the drawing. This symbol means getting less than. Left side is less, right side is more. So you draw your line and the less, so goes to the right. Do I blacken the circle? No, because there's no equal sign there. Oh, continue. Same for here. Now, usually I will suggest to open up the bracket and do extra calculation. But here, since the numbers are simple, so you can actually disappear the 3 first. Bracket, in other words, means multiply. So that means 3 is being multiplied with this whole statement. I don't want the 3 here. So if I move to the other side, it becomes division. And do I have to change sign? No, because 3 itself is positive. So calculate that first. And now I have to move the +1 to the other side as well. So it becomes -1. Okay, Ma? And of course, drawing 0 first and negative numbers. So on the left side, have the answer line there. And then this symbol means greater than. So which side is greater, this or that? 0 is of course bigger, so greater is on that side. And leave the box empty because there's no equal sign. So I was saying why I don't usually give this to the other side, because for these types of questions, you have x on both sides. So it's suggested to open up the brackets first. 4x minus 16. And then put everything that has the unknown x on the left side and then without the x on the right side. And then click, 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 click. 4 plus 5, 2 plus 16, and then 9x. That means 9 times x. You don't want the x, so you move it to, you don't want the 9, so move it to the other side by division. And then click, draw 0 and +2. So there, this time we have less than. So less than, answer line first, and then less than is to the left side. Do I blacken the circle? No, because there's no equal sign like that. Oh, continue. Oh, 2 goes to the other side, becomes times. I just assume you guys know what I'm doing, so I'll just do these questions a little quicker. Okay, 2 here was divided, goes to the other side times, and then click, 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 click everything. So -6 here goes to the other side, +6. After finding the answer, you need to do the drawing 0 and +10 answer line, and it's going bigger, right? So bigger is to the right. Do I blacken the circle? Yes, because there's an equal sign. Without blackening, you don't get the answer. You don't get the mark. In actual DSE, there's no mark for the drawing, but for schools exams, you do actually. Oh, 3 is being divided here, goes to the other side. We don't like fractions, so always deal with that first. Goes to the other side, multiply, because there's more than one thing there, so put a bracket. And then open up, open up. 3 times 2, 3 times 5. And then next step, put unknowns on one side, numbers on the other side. So 15 comes here. It was positive there, comes here, negative. 4x goes to the other side, it's negative here, goes there, positive. And then 25 minus 15, oh my God, I suddenly forgot. So even everyone there, am I doing it correctly? What's gotten wrong? Like if it was normal equation, of course I will have done it correctly. Everything will have been fine. But remember, in inequalities, we put all the x on the left side. But is my x on the left side? No, so I'll have to change it back. How do I change it now that I've done more than half of the calculation? You can still change it. You just need to understand what's being written here. This x means x is, this side is smaller, this side is bigger. So x is smaller than 1. So you can just change it back, everything to the left side. That is also fine. Or if this is too confusing, of course, from this step already, you should have all the x on the left side. Or even, let's say this one. You could imagine this as moving x to the left side. It will have been, if I just move the x, It's positive there, goes to the left side, negative. And the 1 also goes to the other side now. And then there's always a hidden 1, so you divide it and then change the sign. You will still get the same answer. But of course, if you understand from here, that's a better case. This basically means x smaller than 1. It's 1 dot here, 2 dots here. So this side is smaller. And finally, do the drawing. Do I blacken the circle? Yes, because there's an equal sign. So finally, we learned the letters, the words. What does the word and means? And means satisfying all the equations. Yeah. So ends means satisfying all conditions. Or means satisfying at least one condition. And that will be more than enough. All right, so what does that mean? So for example, here we have x greater than 3 and x greater than 6. So first of all, draw the 3, draw the 6, draw their answers. Acha. Okay, draw their answers. And then satisfying both conditions, right? Because the word between them is and. So how do I satisfy? Your first step is to draw their answers. So this means all the answers that are bigger than 3. And this means all the answers that are bigger than 6. But then I need to mix them together. Oh, the wind. So I will also draw the answers of 6. All right. Now, and so all of them has to be together. If I take this as my answer, do I have both of the answers? No, I only have the pink ones. If I take from this part here, do I have all the answers? I have the greens. I also have the pinks. So yes, I have all the answers here. I have all the answers here. So starting from which point do you have all the answers? Starting from, even for Chinese, cup and wa, both of them. Oh, starting from this point 3, do I have all the answers? No, so this won't be your final answer. But starting from this point 6, the solution 6, I have both of these solutions. So that's why after drawing, we will have our final answer, x greater than 6. And that's what you get the marks for, 3 marks. So the first answer, second answer, and the third answer. Okay, so how about let's try this one. Drawing, one is negative, one is positive. Both of them are getting lesser. Okay. So where is the point that they both will be together? Of course, if you don't want to draw, it's also fine. Any other ways without drawing? See the lines on top. They both are starting from here. They're together and together, hands in hands, and they live happily ever after together. And okay, together. But here, it's alone. The guy is alone, and in the middle, he's meeting someone, and then afterwards, together. So also for this one, from where do they get together? Starting from this point. So this will be your answer. Starting from this here, everything is together. So this will be your solution. So the final solution is x less than or equals to -1. So because this point here, you follow the answer here. Okay, ma? How about this? This one, you have to do good drawing or else you might get confused. So for -5, 2, x is greater than -5, so I draw it here. X is less than 2, so I draw it here. Which one do I choose then? Do I choose -5 or 2? Where are they together? Are they together here? No, it's just a single line. So I can't be but then I can't be choosing this green one because here it gets alone. How about here? This blue one gets alone here, so I also can't choose the -5. Where is the point that they both are together? Here and here only. So this is between -5 and -2. Between these two, they are together. So our solution as well, our final answer, it will also be that between -5 and 2 lies your answer x. Then what do I draw between? X is smaller and equals to 2. So you also do that. X is greater than -5. So x is greater than -5. Make sure both of them are facing to the same direction. If one is like that and the other one is like that, that's also wrong. So this will be your final solution. So next time as well, when both of them are meeting between a specific place, just specific one, you write down that. X lies somewhere between that. All right, so this whole thing is your solution. You cannot have this, you cannot have that because they are not both of them together. If both of the conditions are not being satisfied, that's wrong because the question is using the word and. All right, so let's try to do a few more questions. You need to understand the and first, and then we'll go to the or part as well. Or is a little harder, of course. So +1 here first goes to the other side. I assume you guys know this much, so if you don't, also keep letting me in chat box for the steps. Don't draw so fast, yes, actually. I want you to find the answers for both sides. -3 goes to the other side. We change the sign because it's a negative number. Look at this answer. This is interesting. Let's see, what do we get here? So both side calculation is done, right? After calculation done, then you do the drawing. 0 middle, 6 positive, -2 negative. So -2 goes here, 6 goes there. Circles, circles, they have no equal sign, no need to blacken. Uh-oh, do they meet? The question is and they lived happily ever after together and they met. Where are they meeting? This one is going here, this one is going here. Are they even meeting? Nope, they are not meeting at all. So that means there is no solution for the x. They are never meeting. So no, oops, real solution for x. The x is very sad here. They are never meeting. All right, so that is also important. Only for the and case, you can have this. How? Do the same for next one. -4 goes to the other side first. You have it at divided by 5, 3. Unknowns on all the left side. Numbers on the other side. And then 9 goes to the other side. We change the sign because a negative number is being divided. So this, okay, where are the marks given, right? 1, 2, and 3. 3 marks. All these steps, no marks. Okay, the steps all have no marks. But the answers, you get the mark. Continue. And then, but if you just end it here and you don't do your drawing, you don't get the final answer, just 2 marks. Or maybe some years they just give the whole thing 1 mark if they are very being stingy. Yes. Drawing. Drawing label. The drawing is very, very important. So this one is saying x is less than 3. The other one is also less than 1, -1. Blacken that because there's equal sign. So the question is, and they met. Cup. 呢度兩個一齊. So remember, oops. So even the Chinese letter, if they are together, hey, they are together. That was just very late, but okay. So where do they start getting together? They start getting together at this point. Starting from this one, they are already together. Okay, so starting from this -1, they start getting together. So that's why your final solution, E, is it no battery or what? So it will be, that is your answer. Okay, ma? I'll give you 1 minute to do question 10. Deal with the bracket first, and then continue. Open up the brackets. All the unknowns on the left-hand side and all the numbers on the other side. So positive 3x there comes here, becomes negative. And then this means a hidden 1 there. So -1 -3. You're already 1 step down. You're going 3 more steps down. So in total, 4 steps down. And then when I move the -4 to the other side, do I change the sign? Yes, because a negative number is being divided. Until now, you're just getting very pretty answers, actually. You usually will be getting fractions. After finding the 2 answers, you do the drawing. So x greater than 5, x greater than -2. So both are going to the right side. No need to blacken it because there's no equal sign. And the question is of and they met. So where do they meet? Are they having both of the solutions here? Nope, they are not having both of the solutions here. But starting from this 5, they have both as the answers. If they both are together, so students that just joined, please do not turn on camera unless you want to be famous on YouTube, because this is being recorded and it will be posted to YouTube. Okay, so both of them are going to the right side and being together. So the final answer, after the drawing, you find the final answer, which is starting from this 5. They are together. So answer will be 5. X greater than 5. And then by looking at this 5, at this answer, can you tell me the 最小整, so the smallest integer? What is the smallest number in this answer? Can I have 5? No, because there's no equal sign. So 5 is not included. So what is included in this answer? 5.1, 5.2, so many numbers. How about 7, 8, 9? Yes. How about 5? No. 6? Yes. So between all these numbers, can you tell me which one is the smallest integer? What does the word integer mean? Integer means no decimals next to it, no points. All right, so I cannot have 5.1, I cannot have 5.2, 3, 4, those, but I can have 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, right? So between all these numbers, which one is the smallest? Smallest integer will be 6. Okay. So no cameras, please. Oh, continue. Yes, I did say 6, 7. By the way, this recording again. So same for here, all the unknowns on the left side, numbers on the other side. Oops. We have 2 different equations now, right? So you will have to be careful as well. You have one equation here and then one equation on the other side. So you have one answer here, one equation here, and the other one here. So write them separate. And since they're together, so you will have to write the word on your own together. I mean, like on your, the word and on your own. Here, they are together, so and. All right, so 2 different sides calculated. 7 is multiplied here, goes to the other side, division. Here is E. Are you having your unknowns on the left side? Nope. So your first step, make sure it's on the left side. I don't want you guys to be confused too much in calculation later. I know some of you can calculate it there, but still, I want some of you to make the habit to have all the unknowns on the left side, even if it requires more steps. How? X. So do I need to change the sign? Yes, because it's negative there. How much? So until now, how many marks we got? 1, 2. But the whole question is, Anji. I will when. The when question is very good because my network here is very up and down today. So it will depend. I mean, after the lesson usually. Because you're Yep. So after having the 2 answers, must do the drawing. Drawing, without drawing, you can't get the final answer unless you're super smart student, which is very hard. So we have one answer at -2 and the other answer as -1. For the -2 one, because your arrows is saying it's greater than -2. So you go to the right side, and leave the box empty because no equal sign. As for the negative 1, 1, this one is getting smaller, so goes to the right side, left side, with the circle being blackened because there is an equal sign. If equal, you blacken it. If no equal, you leave it empty. After the drawing, the question is of and means satisfying both conditions and they met. So where are they meeting? Do they have both of the solutions here? No, this is lonely. How about here? Also no, but between what and what is the solution? Between this negative 2 and negative 1, they are both there, right? So this is your solutions. You will always have to look at the drawing and find the solutions. Where are they meeting? They're meeting from negative 2 to negative 1. So your final answer will be, final answer, between negative 2 and negative 1 lies your x. And then the symbols. X is less than negative 1. And then x is greater than negative 2. Which means negative 2 is less than x. Negative 2 is less than x. So this is your third marks. 1, 2, 3. So 3 mark for this question. These are usually called part A. Part A, 3 marks. Part B, 1 marks. So total 4 marks in actual DSC as well. How? So 2 different parts. So do the same for next one. You have your first part as 3x compact. And then the word and the 5x also for the other side. And do the calculation. Unknowns all on left side. Numbers on the right side. It's 3 minus 5. And then when negative 2 goes to the other side, we change the sign because it's a negative number. After, this is a nice question, guys. See, both of the answers are same, but the arrows are different, so the drawing will be hard. So after the drawing, you will have the final answer. So draw first. 0 and negative 4 is on the left side. Both of the number lines are here, so just there. One of them is going to the left side. One of them is going to the right side. How about the circles? Do I blacken the circles? Yes, because both of them are blackening the circles. Now, between this whole thing, where are they even meeting? Are they meeting at the place greater than negative 4? No, it's lonely already. Are they meeting at the below negative 4? Also, no, it's already lonely. Then where exactly are they meeting? They're only meeting at this point. Only both of them has the answer negative 4. Both of them has the answer negative 4. Apart from this place, no other places, right? So your final answer, how will we write that? X only equals to negative 4. Only at this place they are meeting, no other places. Previous question, they were meeting between negative 2 and negative 1. So between negative 2 and negative 1 is your answer. More previous answers, they started meeting at 5, both of them. Before that, they were lonely, so your answer was back 5. But now, currently, at your question here, only at this point they are meeting, no other places. All right, so this is the and. All right, and means and they met, cup, cup, cup. The Chinese word using is cup. All right, so how about the or? What does the word or means in maths? Or means even if just one situation is being satisfied, that is already the answer. At least one condition and it's your answer already. So what does that mean? Do the drawing first, -4 and 6. -4, 6, empty box. So if this was the and question, if the word here is and, are they meeting ever? No, they're going to different directions. They're never meeting. So if it was the and here, there's no solutions. But now it's the or. What? So for what? Even if one of them is the answer, that will be it. So let's look to the left side first. They are all going here and another journey here. So two different journeys. So you can have two different answers. So your final answer from this side, you're getting it as less than -4. And in the other side, you're getting it as greater than 6. So this is also your answer. Miss, I don't get what you're saying, right? It's normal. So let me just do a few more questions and slowly you will be getting. So -4, 6. Okay, drawing part, I think most of you already know how it's done. Equal sign, that's why it's being blackened. Now, if it was the and case, they are meeting here, this will be your answer. But now it's the or case. Even if one of them is fine, then it's correct. So you just have to shade it. You just need to start shading. For 4, it's here. For 6, it's here. All right? Everything is shaded. And then after everything is shaded, all your answers are shaded. Then you need to check where is everything starting from. Everything is starting from this 6. Can I have this as the answer, this part, after 6? No, because there's no solution there. Can I have this side? Yes, because both of them will be coming to there in the end. Can I have this part? Also yes, because at least one of them is there. So this could be your answer as well. This is also your answer. Everything is your answer. So choose the one that starts from the beginning. So it will be x less than or equals to 6. This is your final answer. Oh, same for this one. -3, 7. So for this part here, no equal sign going to the right side. This is the thing. And then for the 7, it's going to the left side. This is the thing. Then which one is the answer? If it was AND case, of course, they're only meeting between this and this, but it's the OR, so even at least one. Does this part have at least one? Yes. Does this part have at least one? Also yes. Does this part have at least one? Also yes. Everywhere is having at least one. Then what is the answer? The answer will be all real solutions of x. So wherever there's at least one, that is the solution. Here as well. This part here has at least one. This part here also have at least one. But here, no. So only starting from this point here, you have at least one. This part here has at least one. This part here has at least one. But in the middle, there's no answer. So you will have two separate journeys. So let's do the question and then hopefully you'll get what I'm saying. Unknowns on one side, numbers on the other side first. What do you get? Give you 2 minutes to do question 14 and 15. You do the calculation and then drawing part, we will do it together. I need to drink water. So for question 14, Question 14, unknowns on one side. So 7x comes here, 16 goes to the other side. Do I need to change the sign? Yes, because a negative number will be being divided. And then the other part as well, 2 goes to the other side. Even for actual DSE, one of it will be requiring more steps, one part, and the other part will be requiring a little less steps so that students can at least get 1 mark. They don't want students to fail so badly. So there's always some easy parts so that around 40 marks you can have good level 2. With 30 something, it's very risky. You will have to do good in MCs. So 40 marks is at least, and each topic is only 4 marks. Remember that part as well. So you will need to train very good in 10 topics to pass. And if you need more, of course, you will have to do more. In total, it's just 26 topics. So that means until Form 5, you're actually already halfway. The Form 5 first term, you're already halfway of DSE. Second term, it's more harder questions. So after that, am I done with the question? No, because I will have to do drawings. No drawing, no mark. I mean, there's marks, but then you will have to be very smart to look at the answers. X is greater than 4. Do I blacken the circle? Yes, because of the equal sign. X is less than -10. Oops. Where are the places there's at least one solution? Do I have at least one solution in the middle? Nope, so that won't be the answer. Do I have at least one solution here? So this could be the answer. Oh, do I have at least one solution on this side? Also, yes. And here my pencil. Okay, so this is your thingy. Wow. Same for question 15. Try to do it on your own first. All the unknowns on the left side, all the numbers on the right side. Maybe pencil too much खराब हुई है. And then the other side. After doing that, you do the drawing. X is less than 3. X is less than -2 as well. So both of them going to the left side. Why am I blackening the -2 one? Because there is an equal sign. Oh, now check again. Where are the parts that has at least one condition, at least one choice? Yeah, right. Do I have at least one on this side? So that won't be the answer. You won't have any answer bigger than 3. Oh, do I have at least one here? Yes, so this will be the answer. Oh, do I have at least one here? Yep. So I have at least one here. I have at least one here. After shading it, where does everything start from? They all have at least one starting from this number 3. So your final answer will be X less than 3. Why I'm not writing this -2? Because this -2 is also included in this answer. -2 is also less than 3. So you can write that. But if I just write that, is 3 included in that? No. So I'll have to write an answer that includes all of these solutions. At least one. Okay, ma'am. So for Form 5, I will at least expect you to get the 2 marks here. because that's just simple calculation. As for the Form 6, your DSC is just in few months. You have to know how to do drawing. You have to understand how to find the final answer. So you can't just get the 2 marks. You have to get the 3rd marks. You can't lose any marks, actually. Oh, keep doing. 4 here is divided, goes to the other side, times. And then unknowns on one side, numbers on the other side. And then I will expect you guys know these calculations. So I will be doing a little quicker now. Negative 30 divided by 5, you can get negative 6. Same for the other side, unknowns on one side, numbers on the other side. And then when I remove the negative 4 to the other side, why am I changing the side, the symbol? Because there's a neg being divided. So after having the 2 answers, make sure you do the drawing. So do the drawings. And then starting from which point they have at least one answer. Do they have at least one answer before negative 6? So that won't be the answer. But after this negative 6, there is at least one answer. So that's why your final answer will be negative 6. You follow the symbol for that. Okay, cool. Open up the brackets first for next question. They'll give you 30 seconds to finish the question. You have to speed up or else you won't have enough time in your exams or DSEs. All the unknowns on one side, numbers on the other side. Do I have to change side? Yes, because the hidden one will be going to the other side for division. Ah, this is funny. Let's do the drawing. Let's see how smart everyone is. So this saying all the answers before negative 1, before 1. This is saying all the answers after 1. Then what are the answers? Do I have at least one here? So yes, this is the answer. Do I have at least one solution here? Also yes, because the line is here. But how about here? This 1. Is 1 an answer? No, because both of them say there's no equal sign on 1. So 1 itself is not included. Everything else is included, but 1. Oops. Oh, no, don't. Wait. Yeah, so everything is included, but the 1 itself is not because there's no equal sign on the 1. So how do you write the final answer for this? All real solutions except for x equals to 1. X as 1 is not included. Everything else is your answer. So this. All right, next I will have to test your IQ, all right? A little bit of your IQ, which is interesting, right? So let's say you have this as your answer. The final answer is this. The final answer means this final answer. Don't ever follow these as your final answer. This is your final answer only. comparing this, you will have to do the part B's. So these are called the part B questions. So what does that mean? Let's say this is your final answer. So what does this mean actually? This means x is smaller or equals to 7. So what are the numbers smaller or equals to 7? Is 8 smaller than 7? No. How about 6? Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, and all of them, right? Unlimited numbers. So between all these numbers, which of them are positive? Let's count again. So is 7 included? Yes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, and so on. So between all these numbers, actually more, right? Between all these numbers, how many of them are positive numbers? This. 正數. Tell me 正數. So, is 0 a positive number? Nope. 0 is a neutral number. So 0 is not positive, 0 is not negative. 0 is 唔係正數，亦都唔係負數。Alright. 咁有幾多個正數啊？ How many 正數? 7 of them. And then between these 7 positive integers, can you tell me which one is the greatest? 7. Okay. Same for this one. Now I need numbers that are greater than -4. Can I include -4 itself? No, because there is no equal sign. So you can have -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so many unlimited numbers. Between all these numbers, can you tell me how many of them are negative integers? 負整數. 1, 2, 3. Is 0 is negative? 0 係咪負數咧? Of course not. So only 3 of them. Then between these 3 of them, can you tell me 最細整數? The least integer between all these numbers. The least, the smallest number. Is 4 the smallest number? Of course no. -3 is the smallest number. Okay, same question. I want you to tell me the largest, the greatest negative integer. 最大負整數. 負整數. Which one is the greatest here? Of course, -1. -3 is more down, it's less numbers. So the greatest negative integer is -1. All right, next. Fraction. So try to click it in calculator first. What do you get for 14.5? 14 over 5? You get it as 2.8. So can you give me the numbers that are greater than 2.8 but have to be integer? That means no decimals. Is 2 included? Is 2 bigger than 2.8? No. How about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? All of them, right? And then between all of them, can you tell me which one is the smallest? Which one is the least? 3. Same for the bottom one. You need to be less than 1.5. So can I have -1? Can I have that? So I can have -2, -3, -4, so many of them. And between all of them, which one is the greatest number? First one, -2. Can I have the smallest integer in this? No, because it's unlimited. We don't know until when. Even for here, they won't ask you for the greatest because it's unlimited. Okay, so that's... Okay, you guys want to continue? because I need to eat. No, actually, it's fine. Let's finish until 27. And then this you could do on your own and then check with the answers. Let's finish until here. So can you now give me the numbers that is bigger than 2 or greater and less than 9? If you don't do the drawing, you can't have the final answer actually. So do the drawing. So it's an and question. And means, and they met. So where are they meeting? They're meeting between 2 and the 9. So between these things, can you tell me how many numbers are there? How many integers are there? How many things are there? Is 2 included? Yes. 有二啦，有三、四、五、六、七、八。咦, how about 9? Ding dong, ding dong. No, no, because 9 is not included because it's empty. So 9 itself is not included. So how many integers are there? 6, 7, 7. Oh, question 23. This was for 22. 23. So the question is of or. So at least one solution and then it's already fine. Do we have at least one solution here? Yes. Do we have at least one solution here? Here. Also, yes. How about this side? Nope. So starting from where do we have one solution at least? Starting from the 7, if you go less, you have at least one solution. So your final answer, x less than 7. So if this is your answer, can you answer here? Well, how many positive integers for this? Can you have 7? No, because there's no equal sign. Can you have 6? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. Can I have 0? Can I have -1? No, because I only need positive. So how many of them? Just 6 of them. Same for this one. Can you tell me for this one, how many numbers are between -6 and -1? Can we include -6? Nope. -5, -4, -3, -2. How about -1? Also no, because no equal sign. What does it mean by -9/2, -5, -4.5? So can you also tell me how many negative numbers between this? We will have 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. Can we have a -5? Nope, because you're greater than that. So that is not included. So how many negative integers? So just 4 of them. Also for question 26, can you tell me what are the numbers satisfying there? -3. Can we have -4? No. How about 0? Also no, because no equal sign. So only 3 numbers. Between these 3 numbers, can you tell me the least, the smallest? The smallest will be -3. -1 is bigger than -3, by the way. Oh, same for this one. I need to be, what is 16 divided by 3? 5.3. So give me the numbers that is between this. I can have -1, 0. Yeah, some say, can I have 6? Nope, because I need to be less than 5.33. And then between all these numbers, which one is the greatest? So let's look at question 22 again. Do the drawing if there's two different equations. All right, always do the drawing. After doing the drawing, you need to see what's the question saying. So if I draw for this one, and the question is of and means and, they met. So where are they meeting? They're meeting between 2 and 9. So your answers will be between 2 and 9. But I'm not including the 9 because there's no equal sign. So these are my solutions. And between these solutions, how many integers? How many numbers? 7 of them. Oh, so finish until question 27. And if you have iPads with you, of course, you can also do this. So the link includes the questions and answers. So do it on your own first. No need to actually follow the examples fully because sometimes you can get confused. Or even though the examples here are pretty good. So you can have a look, understand it. And if you don't get it, you can ask me on Insta or WhatsApp. It's better, of course. And hopefully, until 27 is the teaching part. And then afterwards, it's the DSC related questions. So for a long question, it's usually 4 marks. And then for MC, of course, each MC is just 1 mark. MC tests similar things with less steps because they only need to test your concepts. And then MC will also be testing, they don't have those types of questions here. And for those students who think these questions are too easy, that's because this worksheet is actually a little easier. It's for getting a basic class. And then if you need higher level, I can send you harder version for this as well. Okay, so no more questions, right? Any other questions? If not, we will end the class here. Okay, so that's the end for this class. Hopefully, you guys get the basic idea of inequalities. Until next time, see you. Tada, bye bye. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.